Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome to the Tonic Studios USA live with me, Alexandra Stapleton-Smith at the Hedgehog Hollow. And welcome back to the Hedgehog Hollow YouTube channel. If you were joining us earlier, welcome back. So tonight we are back with Tonic Studios and I'm going to be showing you lots of ways to use your glitter markers. So you can use them as watercolors, you can use them as general markers. You can use them in so many different ways. So we're going to be using them this evening. So lots of you joining us. Melissa's here, Yvonne, Kelly, Dee is back with us, Michelle, Cheryl, Greg is of course with us too.
Well,
Joining.
I got a shout out.
Nancy, Anne-Marie, Karen's here, Virginia, Brina, Anshel's here, Irene is here as well. And of course, we'll be doing our usual giveaway. So if you share this video, leave us a comment, let us know that you shared it. And then at the end, we'll pick some winners, one on YouTube, one over on Facebook as well. So I was chewing a mint, so apologies because I still have that. But this evening, I want to show you how versatile these really cool glitter markers are. I also want to grab a piece of dark, whoop, there's cables down there, dark cardstock, because they're also really cool to use on your dark cardstocks as well. And with this new studio, I can get up and move around. How cool is that? So it's even better. Okay, so glitter markers come in tons of different options. Oh, I should also mention that there is a code. If you're watching on Facebook, it's above, below, beside, you know, the usual deal. Beside me.
You didn't do your aircraft thing.
Above, below, beside. The exits are here, here, and here. If you're on YouTube, you might need to press the arrow in the bottom right-hand corner because you have to expand that description. Greg, why didn't you remind me I had a mint?
How was I supposed to know?
Anyway, expand the description in the bottom right-hand corner. There is a code there for the UK/worldwide stores and the US stores that allows you to get 20% off of any Tonic dies. So that's also down there. And if you're watching on YouTube, there's a full supply list of everything I am using this evening as well. So there's all of those things down there for you too. So I think that's everything.
Nancy just sent us 99 cents.
Oh, thank you, Nancy. Hope you're having a great evening as well. Thank you for everyone who's sharing this video too. Just tried to use the Tonic USA link and the page does not exist. Which link were you using, Cheryl? I don't know which one you were using. Do you mean the Facebook link or the 20% off link? Let me know. And I'm also keeping an eye on Facebook as well. So I wanted to share with you, as I say, Tonic markers. They come in 3 packs like this, or they come in individual colors like this. So I have, I think, most of them here in the different options. I might even have a couple of duplicate sets as well. But you can see, I mean, there's pretty much every color you can imagine. So you've got things like Wild Lavender, you've got the Sugar Rush, you've got Strawberry Bonbon, you've got Iced Americano, and then this one is Blushing Carmine. So these are lots of the different color options. I've got a few here that are out. Now one of these blues I actually opened yesterday and I started priming. So when you first get them, you have to prime them. So if I open, I think it was this set that I primed. No. So that's what they look like when you first get them. They have a white nib. And when you've primed them, I'm hoping it's this set that I did, they look like this. So to prime your set, all you do is take your lid off, you hold it down for a minute or so, and then when it's done, it will look like that. You'll be ready to go. So it's literally as easy as that. So I'm going to move these to the side. And when you start using them, so if you want to use the 20% off for dies link, you can just click on them. Page not found. Don't worry about the page not being found. The code itself is actually just embedded into the link. So as long as you go to the Tonic website using that link, the coupon is embedded into that link. You can now navigate to anywhere on the site. And when you go to checkout, the code should work. If you have any issues, you can email support@thehedgehoghollow.com and we'll make sure that's sorted out for you as well. but it should work for you when you go to checkout. So it might just be a product that's out of stock at the moment that we'd link to. So when you go to use your glitter markers, you're going to notice how much sparkle you have. But one thing I really like about them is look how much sparkle you still get when you use them on your dark cardstocks. Isn't that cool? I think that's super cool. However, I also wanted to show you, I wonder if this red one's ready to go. I'm going to prime this red one while I grab myself out a paintbrush. Let me grab one of my Nuvo paintbrushes here. Not sure how clean this paintbrush is, but we'll keep going with it.
They do take a while to prime.
They take a minute or two to prime, but you see the
It's
ink start to come down. The other thing is, of course, if you're a Hedgehog Hollow Community Perks member, you can get an additional 10% off your Tonic purchase. If you're buying the glitter markers or any of those things, you can get money off there too. So that's there.
Everyone's sharing away.
I know. Karen's just joined us. Irene is here. Louise has just joined us for the first time as well. There we go. So what you can do is you can scribble on your glass mat. This is the Blushing Carmine. And then if you take some water from your light mist bottle, you can paint with them and turn them into metallic watercolors. And you can do the same. Where did it go? There it is. On your black cardstocks too. Need more water. It's a little bit harder on the dark cardstocks, but you can do it. But again, you can turn them into metallic watercolors, which I also think is a really cool technique that you can do it that way as well. So that's super cool. That you can turn them into metallic watercolors. So you can use them as a regular marker, you can use them as a metallic watercolor. But the other way that I want to show you how to use them, Greg, could you grab me a piece of kitchen towel off the back table? The one way that I think is really cool, thank you, to be able to use them is, I don't know about you, but there's tons of ink pads out there that claim to be sparkly and pearlescent and all those things. And the only really kind of like true way I can find is to use an embossing powder. And that's great. You know, embossing powders are great, but sometimes we just want a glittery ink pad, but they don't exist until now. You can use these as a truly glittery ink pad. Like, seriously, you're gonna have a glittery ink pad. So you can take a stamp set, and I really like doing this with ocean theme stamp sets. And I'm going to use this ocean stamp set here. And you can do it one of two ways. So you can take a variety of colors, and this is the way I like to do it. So I like to take my pen, just like this, and basically doodle on my stamp set. So I have the light blue, and I have my dark blue. Just like this.
Susan has just signed up to our monthly kit.
Oh, well done. Welcome, Susan. So this is actually an image from the Hedgehog Hollow kit, but I'm just blending these two together. So I've gone back in with the light one. And then I'm also going to take the silver one. And I'm going to dab in some silver just for some fun. And the great thing with these pens is you can't really contaminate them, because what you do is when you're done with using the blue, you just scribble until the blue is gone, and you can see I'm back to silver. And then you just stamp out. And here I now have a truly glittery image Isn't that cool? So I think that's super cool because now I have, I'm just going to show you closer, but now I'm going to show you another cool thing you can do with it to get it even closer or even cooler even. So now you can take, that same image. You can add a bit more marker if you want to. So I can go in again with my dark. You don't necessarily have to add a huge amount again. There's still quite a lot of ink left on there. And I can go in again with the light. And again, I'm going to add some dib dabs of silver just because I think it looks pretty. You don't need to use a fixatives with the marker. These are water-based. They're going to react with water. And the technique I'm about to show you is going to show you how they react with water. So what I like to do is now light mist onto my stamp and then stamp out. And you can see now I have a more watercolor, but again, glittery effect on it. And the thing that I can do is, okay, I'll let Greg show it to you first, and then I'll show you how I'm going to ruin it and do some other things to it first.
It looks really nice, don't ruin it.
All right, I'll do another one, and I'll ruin that. So what you can do,
cool kind of
watercolory effect. How would you clean the stamps? Just clean them with normal stamp cleaner, water. As I say, these are water-based pens, which is why you can use them like a watercolor, why you can do these cool effects to them. So I'm going to stamp out a second one. I haven't added any more ink to it, but you can see I've got a perfectly good second generation stamp out of doing that. Didn't add any extra ink or anything like that. You can see there. So there's that. But what you can do is as you keep going, depending on how watercolor you want, you can see I can keep adding water to it and I can make it even more wishy-washy underneath. So you can see that that's under there. Well, I don't want to tip it up because it's all going to drip, Greg.
Well, we can't do it.
I'll dry it. How's that?
Yeah, do that.
Someone asked who made the wave stamps. Well, me. They're my stamps. They're actually in the Hedgehog Hollow kit. And again, I added links in the video description. You can go to the hedgehoghollow.com/shop and it's in the June kit. It's a Under the Sea theme. So yeah, so if you order the June Hedgehog Hollow kit, they're in there. So yes, Dana, they are in your June kit. If you let the colour dry on your stamp, can you re-wet it and stamp again? You should be able to. You might not get quite as an intense effect, but yes, you can do that. I'm just going to let these drops dry. And then you're going to see how you can kind of get a more watercolor effect in the background. So this is a really pretty way to create some fun backgrounds. Particularly if you had a large background stamp and you did this, you could get a really pretty wishy-washy background into it. So, and there's other waves in the set too. So you can see there's all sorts of other curly waves and there's a jellyfish in there and all sorts of fun things. Greg, someone's asking you a question. And I'm just being mean to make you answer it.
If you start the subscription kit now, will you get the June or start in July? You get July now, wouldn't you?
It depends. There is the option to start in June or July. There's two listings there. There's one that says that starts in June. There's one that says it starts in July. There's actually one, if you take a 3-month option, you can start with the May box too. So you can choose what you'd like to start with.
See, I knew that. You're mean.
I know. So yeah, you can start with June. Is my apron for sale? Not at the moment. We've never found anyone who can make them. I actually made these. But yeah, there you go. You can show them, Greg. I meant to put my Tonic apron on and I forgot. It's just I've had this one on all day, so I haven't taken it off.
So this is a more watercolor look compared to the other one, isn't it? It's really pretty.
So yeah. So you can see they're kind of the different effects you can get. This is just stamping with the glitter marker. This is wetting your stamp beforehand, and then this is adding extra water afterwards. So you can see there the 3 graduated effects that you can get from doing that as well. So I think it's really cool how you can graduate those effects between all 3 and get a completely different effect. And I like the fact that all of them have got glitter and shimmer in them. So it's like stamping with a truly glittery, shimmery ink pad, which I have never found an ink pad that is truly glittery, shimmery. But the other thing you can do is you can take your original image like this, and you can spritz some water onto your glass mat, and you can take your Nuvo paintbrush, just like this. And then you can pull the color out, just like this, and just create some fun techniques this way. Just like that. So you see how I can just pull a little bit of the color out and just add a little bit of subtle color in the background. Doesn't have to be anything major, just adds a little bit of subtle color. I just kind of like how it softens those lines too. So again, just adds, I'll give it to Greg so he can go closer, but it just adds a little bit of subtlety and color on your image. So there you go. So I'm reading everyone's comments as well. So lots of you loving this technique. Yeah, they're a really versatile marker. There's lots of different things you can do with them. Lots of different ideas we have with them. Lots of you chatting about the ways you can use them as well. Christopher is here as well from Bruce's Monroe. Hi, Christopher. Yes, you can. Absolutely, you must come and visit. So we're not that far from Brutus Monroe either. You're welcome to come and visit and come in on your studio. We'd love to see you. So I hope you're all having a great day as well. Do you need to use watercolor paper with the markers? So on this first one, I use just regular ultra smooth white from Tonic. And then here I use watercolor paper just because I was stamping with a little bit more water and a little bit more of the mediums. So you can just do it, you know, with regular white cardstock. But if you want to spritz and then stamp, or if you want to kind of do the really wet technique, then I would use a heavier weight watercolor cardstock. So they're kind of my top tips with that. And as I say, you can use it on, you can use them as a regular marker. You can also use them on your dark cardstocks, and you can use them as a metallic watercolor. So if you're looking for a marker that can really be versatile, you can use it in lots of different ways, and that come in a ton of colors. I mean, you saw the different colors. I've got pinks and purples and greens and holiday colors. And there's also one, it's called Urban Graphite. It's a really pretty color. You can't see it. This one here, this is a really cool color. This is your perfect one to use on dark cardstocks. It's one of my favorites. That's a really great one as well. As I say, links of everything are in the video description below. And if you're on Facebook, you've got that 20% off code as well for your dies. Do use that. And if you're a Perks member in that community, you can get an extra 10% off your purchase too. So lots of fun things for you to be enjoying this week. I'm just going to catch up with the rest of your comments and questions as well. They are really nice to write with as well. Here, I'll show you some writing. Let's grab one here. So they've got a nice sort of round tip on them. So you can see there, they're really nice to write with. You can get a really nice smooth flow. And again, you've got all of that extra sparkle. I could do the same on dark cardstock. And you'd have that nice that nice flow again. You can still see how bright it is with all that sparkle, even on that dark cardstock too. So lots and lots of options on there too. So I think that answers everybody's question. What color is good for dark cardstock? Dark cardstock is the Urban Graphite. That's my favorite to use on dark cardstock. That's one of my favorites. The other one that's really nice is the Strawberry Bonbon. That works really well too. So I think you will enjoy that too. So I think that answers everybody's questions. So let's pick some winners for tonight's live. I'm going to load up everybody's comments. Let's load that up. So I'm going to look to the side so I don't look. Greg's got this really weird mouse that disconnects if you scroll too fast. So our winner for our, what's the words I'm looking for? YouTube package is Karen McKay. So congratulations, Karen. Send us a message with your snail mail information in so we can get your goodie bag out. And I'm going to load up all of your Facebook comments. And again, I'll just land on one. Okay, that was Jodie Johnson, so I'm not going to do that. So if you don't know, Jodie Johnson is Tonic in the UK. So I'll pick another one. And so Virginia Poppet, hopefully I have said your name correctly. I picked your name for our US goodie bag. Again, send us a message with your snail mail information so we can get a goodie bag out to you. Congratulations, ladies. And thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to either like and follow our Facebook page if you're watching over there, or hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up and hit the bell for notifications of all of our daily videos, tips, tricks, tutorials, and maybe something a little bit different. And of course, you can join our perks program over on YouTube to be part of our community. We also have a Tonic Studios USA Facebook group you can join as well. Lots of ways you can be part of the community and connect with us as well. Shopping links on YouTube are in the video description below or somewhere around me on Facebook. And hopefully you'll stop by the Hedgehog Hollow as well and join us there sometime as well. Thanks for joining me this evening. I hope you've enjoyed these hints and tips, and I'll see you again 8 p.m. Eastern next Wednesday for something else fun and some more crafting tips for you. See you again very soon. Bye everyone.